All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. Thanks for joining me here. I'm going to do a live unboxing of Catan 3D, and this thing is gigantic. So it's actually not that heavy, but I made it sound like it was really heavy, but it's not heavy. So Catan's an interesting game for a lot of people. It's kind of the game that got them into like modern hobby games. It isn't for me. When I was younger in the 80s, my brother had me play Axis and Allies with him and his friends. I was 7 years old, and that was probably my first big game. And then I went on to play like Blitzkrieg from Avalon Hill and Titan and Elric and some of those games, Freedom for the Galaxy, and then went into some of the Milton Bradley games like Hero Quest and whatnot. But I do have a good story for this game. But let me go down to the table. Hey, Josh. Thanks for joining me. So you can see this is this edition. So when I was in high school, my friends had a foreign exchange student from Germany, and we all hung out a whole bunch. He was our age, and he said, "Oh, you guys have never played Die Siedler von Catan?" And we're like, "Oh, we don't even know what that is." He said, "It's basically Monopoly in Germany." So he asked his parents to send over a copy of Die Siedler von Catan, and we played it. The rules were all in German, and it was the Settlers of Catan in German. And so we got a chance to play that, and then he left it with us when he went back to Germany, and we had that edition, and we had to kind of try to remember the rules because we couldn't read them, and I don't think there was any Google Translate or anything back in the day, but we got most of our rules right, so that was kind of how that went. So I just wanted to unbox. This is our store demo copy, so it's actually playable at the portal. If anybody's in the Manchester, Connecticut area, you can check this out. And whatnot. We also have, I think, just one copy for sale, kind of at a time, because it's a bigger game, obviously a pricier game, so it's kind of one of those pieces you would have in your collection to collect and to be able to play. But you can see all the things here. So you've got your game overview and rules. You've got your almanac of all the cards. That stuff is pretty standard. And then we will remove this plastic shield, and you can see all sorts of goodies and things here. So you've got player pieces here. I will zoom in on those in a little bit. I think these are the ones when you can upgrade the hexes, so they produce other things. It doesn't look familiar that way, but I think you can play the cards that let you do that or grow other things. I'm not sure that I remember exactly what those would be for. And then you've got your 3D terrain pieces here. This is plastic. It says Catan on the bottom, but you can see kind of here's a mountain. Here's a forest area. There's some paper in between them. And then you've got your clay pits here. It's a really beautiful edition. You've got sheep grazing in the field, and you've got wheat over here. Here's the wheat. And here are the sheep grazing in the field. This doesn't seem as easy to put back in as I would. Oh, it is. I just had to actually hit the slots and then just pay attention that the mountains are going to go on this side because they're taller than everything. Yeah, it's easy. I take it back. Maybe we did the sheep in the fields then. So the forest must be over here. Oh, there's forest. Right there. Run, forest, run. So those are those. If you haven't played Catan, the idea is you're going to put these numbered tokens out, and these are kind of nice acrylic-looking tokens here, and you're going to roll 2 dice on your turn, and everybody that's adjacent to the spaces with the number rolled are going to collect resources. So the spaces with sheep collect sheep, and the grain from the wheat fields, you've got your different resources here. These cards are pretty standard, but you do get these nice trays. And then you've got these night cards, or sorry, these other cards that you can purchase to be able to play to do various things. And you're going to collect those resources, then you can spend the resources. Are there player aids in here? Yeah, there's slightly nicer player aids. So you can spend your resources to buy various things to put them out on the board, and they are worth victory points, and it's a race to 10 victory points. So you start with 2 settlements. You try to get these cities that you can upgrade to and more settlements by building roads to go adjacent. And I can set a little bit of that up. Ooh, that acrylic token hit with a bang. All right, so there is that. Let's see. That's pretty much what's there. And then you can get this longest road, which is worth points by having a bunch of roads, and the largest army by having those as well. So you've got nice tokens for that. I don't think there's anything under here. So then over here, you've got kind of the edge of the board. Let me see. I'm going to try to build some of this, and then I'll put some of these player pieces out. Here's your robber token. Interesting. I assume that's what that is. That's kind of neat there. And dice. Nice heavy dice that you can roll here. All right, so let's see if we can build some of this board so you can see what this would look like. So this, again, runs pricier. I want to say the retail is $300, but I don't remember exactly, so your mileage may vary depending on where you find it and whatnot, but it's definitely a very nice edition. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if I owned it. A lot of people kind of play Catan and then they look for other things. It would be tricky. This is kind of the 4-player edition. So this goes together to build the edge of the board. See, I think those are the ports that you can put. I think that's what those tokens were. You can build ports on the edge. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, normally they're kind of like tokens, but here they'd be 3-dimensional. So I could put one of these. They hit 2 adjacent locations like that, I want to say. Maybe like that out in the water. Can't remember if they go on the corner. It might be like this. That's what those tokens are going to be for. I do remember. And then these are going to lock in here. What the heck? Let's build the board. And you can kind of randomize. There's also preset things that you can do in the rule book. Oh, nice. Michael says Catan is a favorite for family game night in his house. What do you think about the 3D edition? A few years ago, actually I'm going to say it was like almost 10 years ago, they released like a mega collector's edition as well. That's a desert spot. That usually starts in the middle. And you can build your way through. It's gorgeous. No doubt. So yeah, you can randomize like I'm doing. Definitely you can run into trouble if you're not too wary of what you do. Like if you put too many of the same resource in a row, or the number tokens go on the spaces. This is what your board would look like here. Yeah, certainly the price tag is high for this game, but you know, it's what you're getting. It's that collector's edition that some people would want because it's kind of the game they, I don't know, cut their teeth on or whatever. So then, yeah, all these little things can go out. I don't remember the exact setup for where they go, but I imagine something like this. And they're a little tricky to see on the camera there, but they look good in person here. I will say that. That's easy to see for me because of the 3-dimensional. For you looking top down, I imagine you could barely see that. Do the numbers fit in the tiles okay? That's a great question. Where do they go? Yeah, they fit right on top of the trees, right inside the mountains. Oh, they actually have a spot. So there's a little circle on almost all of them that they fit right into. I don't see it on that one. There's definitely, oh, this one doesn't get a number, does it? There's definitely one on the clay pit right there. There's definitely one in the mountain right there for it to fit in. I don't know where it is here. It seems to fit on top of the sheet. Oh, I think it just goes, huh. That one seems a lot less. I think they just I think they can just fit on top of these, so they didn't give you a specific space. But they definitely fit in there and there. The clay one's the most obvious. I'm not sure. I guess they're just supposed to fit in the fields because they just fit. It looks like it almost goes right there. Like I can do that. All right, and then you put your pieces out. I think orange might be easier to see. So you've got roads. Those fit easily in between. Settlements, and then you've got cities. You can build roads all the way through here. They don't quite connect, but they didn't in the other one. Yeah, I can build my road, put my other cities in between, then obviously other players would have theirs out there as well. And I can show some of these pieces. This is a road. This is a settlement. Kind of have like a dark wash on them. This is a city. Looks like this. And that'd be the idea. Then you've got all these cards here. You collect the resources when you roll the dice. I don't have all these numbers out, but if I rolled... Oh, that's cool. Michael says they got Catan Jr., and then they kind of graduated to the regular edition. So I would roll, and I rolled an 8. So this location, anybody that was adjacent, hey, I'm adjacent to this 8. So over here, I would collect forest. I would collect wood. I have wood, and then the classic part is you can trade. Wood for sheep, right? That's kind of the thing that people do. And then you're able to purchase these cards, which are randomized. And if you roll a 7, then that robber token will move around. You get to steal a card from somebody next to you, and then you're cashing these in as resources to be able to build new things and score points. And there's some locations where you can trade goods. That is the idea. So that's 3D Catan. You can see it's really nice on the table. You know, if you have somebody that just loves Catan or like as a collector, this would be a version they would love to have to be able to play once in a while and look at. And we had it in the store, and I was like, you know what? I should unbox it on the channel because that's fun for people to see, right? Some of these things we don't always get to see unless we see something like an unboxing or whatever it is. So it's a neat chance to get to see it, even if it's not necessarily your plan to own it. That is the idea. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments down below, and I will answer them. But until next time, whoop. Till next time, I'm the Brandt, and I hope you step into the portal. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.